Safe and sound, I guess. Let me see if I can adjust this. All right. Well, just having a little technical difficulty with my green screen, but I am just going to come on for a little bit only because this page actually overlaps with a few other pages that I do. As you can see, the green screen's kind of acting weird. In fact, if I added the green screen, let me see. Hold on. I got some itchy on my nose. Virtual background. Okay, it says I have green screen, so what it does makes it really weird. Don't ask why. All right. So I can't really see who's even on or not. I don't think anybody at the moment, which is fine. I'm talking kind of quiet. Oh, they got tornadoes going all over the place around the Nashville area. It kind of zipped through the northwest end of the Nashville area. Hola. So it's just one person. At least that's what I see, because I don't see the YouTube count, and I didn't really want to put it on YouTube. I was just going to make a quick announcement because I know a lot of people are shutting down their Facebook pages for certain reasons. I'm going to probably shut this page down, my personal page down, for professional reasons, because I'm teaming up with the announcement will be made tomorrow. But I'm teaming up with a really cool company called Iron Gate Records. It's a fairly new record company, Full Flight, and Mark Skoda heads up that organization, who I met several months ago, back in September, when I came here for the second time in 2023, because I left to go back to Detroit in July 1st, all the way through the first week of August. So I'm just kind of letting everybody know really quick. Again, I apologize for the weird distribution of sorry, I hear thunder upstairs. But anyway, long story short was I'm going to be working with them. And if you can look behind me, you'll see this logo, the new logo, which they came up with, which I really liked. I didn't even have to second guess it. It's a lot bigger, and I'll show it to you later, but it's called the new Nash Talk logo. It says Nashville, Tennessee above it. But in any event, it's going to be some really, really, really exciting stuff. And, it's funny because I'm always putting stuff on my personal page, which shares off to my other page. And sometimes I share it to my kids' pages, depending on what it is. But, when I came down here with a big, big cases full of music I wrote. And then I realized, I thought, I was going to not, do anything but that. And then I thought, I'll bring some equipment. I brought my DJ equipment. I brought drones. I brought all kinds of, I actually have one drone, but I brought my gimbal. I was going to just be prepared for anything. So what inadvertently happened the first week I got here back in May of last year, I got down here May 1st. Because I was renting the last house, and of course April ended. So what I did is I left that night, the last night of April, and I think I stayed in a rest area because I was pulling a trailer, and then because it's only 8 hours away, and then I got there the next afternoon. Took my time, and I arrived. Well, when I arrived to the Airbnb, I met a rock and roll drummer from the band The Sweet. I met the gentleman that had the place, and it was pretty crazy. And so we instantly hooked up and we connected. We're still friends to this day. And I met a whole bunch of other people. In fact, the kid from American Idol, he was the only one that wasn't playing. And then he finally got on stage in the backyard, and they were playing. There was the guitarist for the John Fogerty band, the band Accept, just a whole bunch of other people. And he got up and he sang, and now he sings for Firehouse, a 90s band and doing really well. So that's kind of what happened with that. All right. So as time and weeks permitted, um, I was going between putting on shows, doing a couple interviews with some of these people, and we came up with a whole bunch of different ideas. Some things worked, some things didn't. I thought I was going to be collaborating a lot more than I did, but it inspired me to do other things. It inspired me to create, write, and produce on my own, but also meet other people. And in the process, that's how we came up with, the Nash Talk thing when I came back here in August. And as I was pulling in the driveway, which is now underwater practically, we came up with that title. And okay. And I subsequently had a bunch of different interviews, and I became friends with those people. Some play with the most popular band at one of the most popular places in Broadway in downtown Nashville. There's other people that are wanting to come on from the National Songwriting Association. I've already had one, Billy Dutch, great kid. I'm like, I think he's going to be, whatever he does, he's going to turn to gold. I've got more people coming, and I've got a studio, or actually a location, I shouldn't say studio, that not only can we do it remote, but we're going to do it on location, not too far from here, about a good half hour or so. And it's called Starstruck Farm, that Reba McEntire once owned, on 45 acres. And they turned all the stalls, and I've shown this a few times, so I'm just kind of rehashing everything. Hey, Susan, how are you? So they turned it into these 2-story, 4-people Airbnbs. They've got a whole bunch of property to put, travel trailers and things like that, RVs. And it's a great place to stay and hang out. And it's going to be where they're going to have indoor, outdoor events, some small, some large, all original artists, all original songwriters. There's just so many different ideas that can happen in this location. I mean, you couldn't do it downtown Nashville. I mean, unless you got, you buy a 4 or 5 foot or story building. I just say 5 foot. And, like Morgan Wallen has done, Lainey Wilson, Garth Brooks, Eric Church, and then, of course, all the other bars. So they're putting a whole bunch of bars in this one strip. And you can walk on both ends of it in less than 10 minutes, just walking. It's crazy. It's not that big, but everything goes up. But there's nowhere really to expand and add all these other really cool things. So this place is about a half hour east of Nashville. Not that far. It's all mostly highway. Hop on the highway from downtown, you're there in minutes. And we're going to do a lot of really cool stuff. So instead of just going after my goal and dream of writing music, I feel like I can just, hey, I know you got to go to bed, Christine. Hello, how you doing? I'm not going to be on long, but I just wanted to let people know, because I didn't let everybody know. Christine, I let you know, and a handful of other people, that I'm about to engage in this process with this new company. And I honestly wasn't sure if that was even going to happen. And there's 2 other companies that are also not affiliated or connected in any way to the people I'm working with now, but they also want to do some stuff which involves streaming and interviewing and just anything to do with music, especially original music, because a lot of bands down here are playing covers night after night, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a DJ. That's all I do. That's all I do is play. That's all I do play is recorded music. I do apologize. It's been a long day. I was in a bathroom at the YMCA with men and women and children, because they had us come down there, and all our alerts were going off on our phones and in the place and all this other stuff. Whoop, hold on one second. For some reason, I've got like a 6-foot cord, but it somehow yanked right out of this thing. Anyway, so it was just a really long day, and I have 2 dogs here, and I take care of it. They hate. I don't know if you have any dogs, but these dogs are terrified of any kind of storms or rain and things like that. So I had to kind of keep them calm most of the day, because it's been raining here since like early this morning. But anyway, getting back to the Nash Talk thing. I mean, it's going to include even venues, maybe doing street reporting with tourists and people that are just coming down to check it out. It'll expand probably coast to coast. and probably different parts of the world, as I have recorded in the past several months, a handful of people, all the way from Seattle to Sweden. I mean, it's crazy. So, in that regard, the production value is going to get bigger. The people that are getting involved with me are, they aren't just redoing the logo. They're going to use their technical abilities, which are far above my pay grade, to enhance what we do. And I'm going to also, every time I do this, I try to improve, not just on my personal, but on my professional page, where the entertainer, the artist, the songwriter, whoever, they come on there and they feel very comfortable. They feel it's a very professional environment. We'll probably double the quality of the video. Right now we're in 720. We'll probably take it to 1080. I know there's 4K and beyond, but to be honest with you, YouTube and Facebook and a lot of the other places aren't really broadcasting into that yet. Maybe if we get involved with like a streaming service like Netflix, that might happen. But in the meantime, we're going to probably take a break for a little bit as I head back to Detroit in a few weeks to take care of some personal and professional items. And that should take me probably, give or take, a month. And then, there's just so many things I have to take care of. What's the next move? Because it's going to be a completely new chapter. And I really loved this area. I loved the people I've stayed with, the home, the dogs, everything. It's just been amazing for me. I was driving through the rain tonight, and all these tornado warnings and flash floods and things. In fact, if you turn on the local news here in Nashville, all the channels, they're broadcasting like the highways are completely jammed up. I-65 is like vertical. It's parallel to I-75. You have to cross over to get to it. But anyway, it's jammed up. And a lot of places have taken cover. There's been damage even not too far from here, about 5 or 6 miles. Hail, tornadoes, things like that. So it's going to be, probably a nice 24 hours here. But in the meantime, I'm just taking advantage of the next couple weeks or so, getting stuff done every single day. I've already started packing to go back to Detroit yesterday. In real time, I could probably do everything in less than 4 hours. And that includes packing a trailer once I get it. But I'm also focusing on bigger and better ideas now that people are getting involved. I got to step up. I got to really, really step up. And I'm probably going to shut this page down within the next few weeks. And I know that most of the people haven't followed me anyway for a long time. So I'm only going to keep the 141 people that have followed me. And the rest I'm just going to, because I was telling somebody at the gym today who's one of the 141, Big Mike, if you're watching, because he gets me. And I have to get rid of everybody. I says, because, they're reading my stuff or they're not reading my stuff. They're not seeing it. They've unfollowed me. And, I want this to be professional, when I do Nash Talk, but when I do my personal stuff, I only want the people that really deeply get my personal side, which I won't share on the Nash Talk side. And right now it's kind of like a crossover, so I can explain that. So if you see your name deleted in the next week or two, or possibly 3, even if you're a family friend, my parents, anybody, if I haven't seen you on my Facebook or you're not following me, you will be deleted. Even if, you watch it or lurk, because I only want 141 people on it. Because I told Mike and he said it, he got it. I don't want to feel awkward with people I know from back home. And coming down here, I started thinking about that. Even tonight when I was driving through the rain, I said, I've been at peace. It actually got me really depressed for a minute. I said, you know what? I said, I don't feel comfortable going back to Detroit. I don't. I haven't even seen my daughter in a year and a half. There's something bad and toxic there. It's like having a bad allergy. You know what I mean? It's like seeing an ex-lover that was abusive physically or verbally or something. I don't fear that many things actually at all, but I fear going back to Michigan. I get hives thinking about it. There's nothing good there for me. I mean, my gym a little bit, yeah, and but I'll be honest with you, the gym here's been amazing. It's been great. I mean, they even have a hot tub. I love a hot tub. Um, I just really like it here. And, so I'm going to be deleting almost 1,700 people in the next couple of weeks. So if you want to, if you see this or hear this, or if you're lurking, you're invited to delete me. Even block me if you want. But I'm going to make Nash Talk my primary goal, and writing with people and creating things and producing a lot of really nice stuff with some very good people. And those are the people I want to keep around me, past or present, and even future. So that's it. I don't know what else I can say, but if you've been on my Facebook for any reason, um, you know, I hope you had a good time. Um, I'm not gonna, I'm not really gonna publicize being back in Detroit when I go back, but I just want to know. I want people to know that that this has been a really amazing journey for me coming down here. It's been therapeutical. It's been spiritual. Um, I'm sorry if I offended anybody or made them feel weird or awkward, family, friends, classmates, whatever. I get it. I get it. I I know everybody goes through stuff, um, but I've always wanted to be positive. I only wanted to be positive for people. I love doing things for people. I love helping people, strangers, anybody. I just do. But I see a lot of people posting like they've lent people, friends, money, or I just saw tonight somebody said I lent somebody $500 2 years ago. They really need it, and they never paid me back. And somebody made a comment. Well, if you lend somebody something, you shouldn't expect them to pay it back. Like you were helping them or whatever. And there's some truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. So I get it. And I want to, how like when you're a kid, you want to change your personality when you go back to school after having the whole summer off because the year before didn't work. Well, that's kind of what I did in my life, different chapters. I went from this person to this person. And then when that started, tapering off, I try to find a different way. And Nashville's that to me right now. It's the last chapter of my life. And I'm really excited about it, to be honest with you. For the first time in a long time, I'm really, really excited. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of a lot of people from my past. Um, because I really enjoy the people of my future. And I really enjoyed the people I met down here in Tennessee. And, people kept saying when my son died, you have to move on. When I got divorced, you have to move on, let go. Um, and that's exactly what I'm doing, but on a bigger scale. And for those who've been with me the entire time and got me, you're still coming. And there's going to be some really kick ass things. I mean, there's going to be some amazing, uh, just really killer perks, and it probably includes some famous people and a lot of really amazing events and things like that. And you will be part of that. I promise you, for being that loyal. That's what you get. They say loyalty has perks. Welcome to my world and welcome to Nash Talk. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the people that followed me and I kept going. And I'm going to make sure that the new people that come around feel amazing about what we're going to do and what we're going to achieve. I'm really, really so confident and overwhelmed by the people that we're getting, involved and that are going to be included. Somebody coming in from Vegas. He's actually there. He was just here in Nashville. Some people from Nashville. We're going to push hard. We're going to work hard. We're going to play hard, and we're going to make a lot of magic happen. I'm just so really excited about it, and yeah, I feel good down here. I really do. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. And if anybody sees this, great. If nobody, it's just a message in the bottle kind of situation. And that's it. But if you see your name disappear, I wish you well. And for those who stay on, get ready. We're going to have a really, really good time coming up. By the time a year from now, this is going to be a whole different world. All right. So enjoy your night. It's a Wednesday. Stay dry and peace. All right.